Hello and welcome back to another nail video. Today I am doing a set of long coffin acrylic nails and I'm using Cover Pink by Young Nails, my Panna number 12 Kolinsky brush, and Mia's Secret liquid monomer. I start by placing my first bead of acrylic where the tip and natural nail meet. Now this bead was a little too big, but that's okay. I simply use the tip of my nail brush to remove the excess product from the free edge. Then I pat the acrylic in place. I pat the sidewalls in to keep my shape as much as possible. And then I feather the acrylic down to get it as smooth as possible. I placed my second bead directly above the first, and this is a medium bead, and I pat the sidewalls in first. Again, I'm trying to keep my shape, and then I use the tip of my nail brush to feather that acrylic down so that it blends well with the first bead. And for the cuticle area, I place a small bead of acrylic a couple centimeters away from the cuticle, and I use the tip of my brush to push that product back in place. And I clean up my sidewalls before I blend that product down. Next, I add my last bead of acrylic between the second and third bead. And this bead is going to help create a nice apex for the nail so that it has a nice structure. And moving right along to the ring finger, I just repeat the same steps as before. I place my first bead where the tip and the natural nail meet, and I make sure that I pat that acrylic in place. Again, the first bead of acrylic, you always want to pat that in place. I make sure that I clean up my sidewalls and remove any of the excess product on the tip of the nail. And before I pick up my next bead of acrylic, I make sure to shake the product because I want a smooth surface. That way when I do pick up the product, I can get an even bead all across. And so yeah, I place that second bead directly above the first, and again I pat those sides, and then I feather that acrylic down so that that product blends well. And I'm just going to continue to work my way up the nail. And as you see here, this nail took more than 4 beads, but that's perfectly fine. You should just use as many beads as you need to get a good structure and to make sure that the nail is completely covered. And again, I am going to repeat these same steps on all of the nails, so I'll just let you all watch and enjoy. And these are how the nails look after they've been filed, shaped, and buffed. So cute. And moving right along to today's design, I am going for a spring theme or spring colors. So I am applying a thin layer of this yellow gel polish. I believe this is the Lavender brand. And so yeah, I'm going to be applying that to my index finger. Then I apply a very thin layer of this pastel pink to my pinky, and it is also by the Lavender brand, which I will leave a link in the description box down below. And next I will let these nails cure for 60 seconds. And these are how the nails look after 2 coats of each color. And next I'm going in with this blooming gel from Amico, which I did purchase from Amazon. And I apply a very thin layer to my index finger. Then I'm using that same pink pastel color on my pinky and a very thin nail art brush just to create diagonal lines, kind of outlining the nail. And it's going to create a nice effect with the blooming gel, and it turned out really, really cute. And I repeat the same design on my pinky. First, I apply a very thin layer of the blooming gel. And just a note, I do let the blooming gel sit for about 5 seconds just so it can have its full effect. And then I go back in with my nail art brush and that yellow pastel color that I used on my index finger to create these diagonal lines to outline the pinky nail. And I actually love this design. I think it turned out so cute. And for my ring finger, I am using my nail art brush and that yellow pastel color to create this French outline. I don't know why, but I have been in love with a French outline design. I think it's so classy and it just looks so good every time. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing right here on my ring finger. And for my middle finger, I am using this yellow pastel color again. This time I am creating a half French tip. So I'll just be painting this one side of the nail in a French tip with the yellow. And then you'll see later on in the video, I'm going to go in with that pink pastel color just to kind of tie the set together. And since this is a spring theme design, I decided to go ahead and add some flowers. And so for the center of my flower, I wanted to add a stone. So I'm using this KDS nail glue, and I'm just applying a very thin drop, just a little drop, and I'm going to be using that to adhere my stones. And I'm just adding a flower on my ring finger and my index finger. And I'm using my Beetles white gel liner brush to create today's flower. And if you watch my other videos, you know I boost and brag about this gel liner brush. I think it's such a great tool to have as a nail tech because it does make nail art so much easier. And these are how the nails turned out. I love them. I think they're super cute. They make me happy. They make me want to smile. And I hope they do the same for you. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next nail video.